In this video, I will show you how to graph a logarithmic function. First of all, we're only going to start by graphing the parent function, log base 3 of x. I will deal with the plus 3 and the plus 4 at the end on the graph itself. So just the parent function. So the secret to logarithms, well, at least when it comes to graphing, is you want to start with the y values first and then get the x values second. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm simply going to use the values -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I always use those same 5 values. So I need a way of getting the x's. To do that, I need to take this log form and rewrite it in exponent form. You know, where you bring down the base, which is 3, and then the other two expressions change sides. So the x goes to the left, and the y goes to the right and becomes the exponent. So I have this other version of the parent function, x equals 3 to the y power. This equation will give me all the x's because I'm just doing 3 to the -2 power, 3 to the -1 power, 3 to the 0 power, 3 to the 1 power, and 3 squared. My recommendation is start from the bottom and work your way up. 3 squared is 9, 3 to the 1 power is 3, anything to the 0 power is 1. And then these two will just be the reciprocals of the bottom two every single time. So that's the parent function. Please understand that a logarithmic function has a vertical asymptote. So the y-axis is the vertical asymptote at first. So let's go ahead and plot these points, but we will not connect them because this is not the final answer. We still have to do the plus 3 and plus 4 later. Okay, so 1/9 comma -2. That's going to be so close to 0 that it will appear to be on the line. 1/3 comma -1 is about here. 1 comma 0 is right here. 3 comma 1 is here. And 9 comma 2 would be here. Okay, now we will not connect those dots because the real function is going to be shifted left 3 because of the plus 3. It's always the opposite of the way it looks in there. And up 4 because of the plus 4. So I'm going to take these 5 points and move each of them left 3 and up 4. So if I go left 3 and up 4, my first point will be here. And the next one is here, and then here, and then here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this shift to the left has moved my vertical asymptote. Okay, so my new vertical asymptote is here at -3. It's really hard to do this. You get the idea. All right, so when I do the graph, it should look something like this. Okay, and that's what the graph looks like. All right, so we're also supposed to find the domain and range and the intercepts and the asymptote. So let's do that real quick. So first of all, the easy stuff, the domain, that's how far it goes from left to right. So that's going to be from -3 to infinity with round parentheses. The range, that's bottom to top, the y values. So that's -infinity to +infinity. Okay, now we need the intercepts. The trickiest one to find is the X-Intercept. All right, in fact, I recommend that you all pay attention to this because this is one I would expect a lot of people to miss if you did it cold without an example the day before. You know what I mean? So I would watch this if I were you. So finding the X-Intercept, in fact, black screen. If I want to find the X-Intercept, we let y equal 0. All right, that's how you find the X-Intercept. So basically, I'm setting this entire function equal to 0. So at that point, I have log base 3 of x plus 3 plus 4 equals 0. If I solve this, then I will have found the X-Intercept. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to give me log base 3 of x plus 3 is equal to negative 4. So now I have to change the form. So if I bring down the base, there's my base 3. The negative 4 is going to come over here. The x plus 3 is going to go over there. So now I have this. Do you understand that 3 to the negative 4 power is the same thing as 1 over 3 to the 4th power? Okay, so I really have that. And really, this is 1 over 81. 3 to the 4th power is 81. Okay, is equal to x plus 3. So now I will subtract 3 from both sides. So I have 1 over 81 minus 3 is equal to x. So I just need to combine these together, and then that will be my X-intercept. I need like denominators though, so this is like 81 over 81. So somebody help me out. What is 3 times 81? 243. So I have 243 over 81. So that's going to make negative 242 over 81. Okay, so that means that the X-intercept is going to be negative 242 over 81, comma 0. So kabam, there you go. Now finding the Y-intercept is easier than that. So Y-intercept. When you're finding the Y-intercept, you just let x equal 0. Okay, so that's pretty easy to do. If I let x equal 0, then this is going to be y equals log base 3 of 3 plus 4. Well, that's nice, because what is log base 3 of 3? That's 1. So that means y is equal to 1 plus 4. So that's going to be 5. So for that reason, the Y-intercept is really just going to be 0, comma 5. Okay, that just leaves the asymptote, which was a vertical line at negative 3. So what do we say for the asymptote? What will I call that asymptote? X equals, because it's vertical line, so x equals negative 3.